Hello, people, and welcome to watch yet another Asian Cup 2025 match. This is the semi-finals, and we'll be streaming actually both of the semi-finals on the same stream. We will start with Japan-Taiwan, and just an hour later, the second semi-final between Thailand and Hong Kong will also be starting. Now, it is likely that we will not be finished with Japan-Taiwan before the second semi-final begins, so we will cover as much as we possibly can from Thailand, Hong Kong. But first of all, we are of course going to be covering the Japan-Taiwan. Now, Japan last season in the Asian Cup dropped off actually from just after the group stage. So, well, you could say that Japan has actually done better than it has in its entire Asian Cup history. Uh, Hong Kong, of course, the defending champion of Asian Cup, and looking to certainly double down on that. And I think it was actually Thailand who became who got silver last year. So let's actually quickly check that up. So yeah, Thailand, Taiwan bronze, Thailand silver. So now Taiwan looking to better up or one up their performance from last year in getting to the actual finals and getting a bit of a shinier medal than bronze. But in order to do that, they of course have to get through Japan, which is going to be a very long day because as you can see on the lineups, which you can see just above me right there or on the screen right here, we have first of all three masters, well, currently rated masters from Japan, and I believe, well, Guru certainly is a master already, or has crossed the 700 mark, but I'm not sure if Echitakuto has, but I want to say he has crossed 700, but I don't quote me on that. But so Taiwan's caliber in that sense is going to be lower, but nonetheless skillful players incoming. So on table 1, Echitakuto traps versus imlisatzeng. Table 2, Y Guru Y versus Yu Suyang Peng. The current representee or the future, let's say, representee of Taiwan in the individual world championships this year. Then on table 3, we have numbers lined up, so to say. We have known 0604 versus 0607. So kind of it sounds like the same person playing on two accounts, but in actuality, it is not. Then on table 4, Orthia versus Min Wei Chen. That's hotly. And honestly, I would have to say that on table 4, despite having a very tough opponent, of course, uh, Min Wei Chen should actually take the win here. Like in a sense that if Taiwan wants to have a win from Japan, I think a win on table 4 is a must, because I think out of this lineup that Taiwan now has, I think Hotley is certainly the strongest one of them all. Then on table 5, the Japanese captain shoot versus a Thunder and Knight. And the table we will be covering as starters is gonna be table 3 with non 0604 versus 0607. So we're gonna see which number is going to be higher indeed. Um, it's actually like at least an interesting fact that non 0604 like just in the beginning of the Asian Cup, I had actually like no like information of existence of this player, and now there's just another master for Japan. So um, that is pretty wild. Also, he just like very recently um, achieved 700 elo on BGA, so it's not like he's been playing for years and years and just like out of nowhere reached another master. Welcome Devaka and Helge. Nice to see you in the chat. So I wrote for 07, and well, I'm gonna I guess call them 07 and 04 just to try and differentiate them somehow and still be like rather short-ish on the names. Shielded City 404, and we are also seeing the initial 4 points having been taken by yellow here, as you can see on the scoreboard as well. Trying to make a Hermbus shaped city, also at the same time making life a bit more difficult for 07 in progressing with his city. Actually, I'm already surprised that there is no farmer here from 04 because like it's gonna be actually like it at least looks like it's gonna be a really good field with 1, 2, 3, and 4 cities. And like if 07 gets the city cap here, you can like bet everything you have, like everything you own, that there will be a farmer right here. There will be. Maybe even now could actually be a thing. But still no farmer. Yellow could, actually just as well go with the farmer. I mean, I'm very surprised that we haven't seen a farmer as of right now, but we should be seeing one like really soon here. Could be going maybe for here and drop a farmer, maybe even here drop a farmer. Here start a road, but that's not as great because like you want to be the first on this field for sure. Yeah, here and drop a farmer. There we go. And now, as a result of dropping the first farmer, yellow was able to deny the farmer being placed by red, and now can also maybe even secure the field by dropping. Well, I was gonna say going over here and dropping another farmer even, but looks like 04 decides that they don't want to be in a situation where both of their cities get restricted into a dagger. So if they were to point to the right, there could be like a triple city going here, then they all of a sudden need a dagger here and a dagger here, and they potentially could just have, of course, in the worst case, could have both of their cities trapped for the entirety of the game, but also just have their cities like prolonged very far into the future with their completion, and that's not exactly what yellow is hoping for. gets away with the 8-point city and starts a new one also. Now you can see already a 9-point field, gonna be likely even 12, 15, 18, like it's gonna be a huge field fight here, it looks like. And whoa, this is very confusing to me. Bio 7, like 550 rated player, you like he knows, or they know that they have a very vulnerable meeple over here because there is only one starting tile left, and it's gonna now get restricted to a starting tile, like almost for certain, I want to say. Whereas they just had the chance to take that meeple back into their hand, start a city like this, and like still have a good like chance to actually fight for the field in the long run. But when Red decides to do stuff like this, and wow, just risk it all for potentially getting to maybe block this guy here. I mean, I don't think it's a really like great plan because it's first of all it's very uncertain whether this city can get actually blocked or not because it requires multiple tiles. Well, now it does seem to be like working. The plan seems to be working, but I still would like actually like never would make this move because like you also had your road here, like both roads, like priority should be here in my opinion, like 100 times out of 100 times, because you want to attack the field and you want to have the meeples to fight for the field in the long run. But if you leave meeples over here and another one over here, very soon it's going to turn out that you will not have the meeples to fight for this field. You will lose this field without even being able to ever contest it. And that's not really great, is it? O4 has the opportunity to block another meeple if he so wants to, but I think they are looking to get their city off the hook first. But I mean, they could actually still go for this because there are like all three daggers still remaining in the deck, so it's not like as bad. And this is a guaranteed block for 3 extra points, but like it's definitely worth it to do because if you take away a meeple from your opponent and from yourself, and you have the current control of the field, I mean, it's gonna be really good for you. Like all meeples that you can now get away from action from red is going to benefit you as yellow, like greatly. Both players just forgot about the little red road. Yeah, I mean it does look like it, and it's very confusing to me as to how both of the players have forgotten about this. Like not just one, but both. I mean, I kind of get this. Like it is uh, preparing for it was preparing for the block of this road, but you know, and of course expanding the field, but you gotta see, and I'm sure that the yellow did see that in order to make this block, they still needed to use two curvy tiles, not just one, but two curvy tiles before red gets a crossroad. So, I mean, it kind of strikes to me as being a little, like very slow, and maybe even like too optimistic. Whereas you can just go here and leave this guy be for a one outer, and red can also like probably never take the city cap because it just ensures a full and complete block of the meeple. So very odd to see that from a master player, but let's see if it ends up working. So far, I'm still not a huge fan. Like the more like the further this game goes, the further it kind of looks like red is slowly getting back into the game. There's now a threat of full block for this meeple. Red is now going to get his road meeple back, so this ended up never working, so wasted city cap. And this is of course now quite easily recoverable. Still all three daggers to fit in here. I think there's also one city crossroad and maybe even a Dorito. 1, 2, 3. Okay, no Doritos, but still like 4 tiles to fit over here, which is pretty good. And actually, like it kind of looks like all of a sudden that red might be in a better position to fight for this field now because of this meeple right here. Even though like yellow does have cities that they do have quite a many tiles to finish, but they do need to find the city caps, and well, for this one only is the one that he can actually drop the farmer to. But I do see a lot of city caps already out of the game. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So still 8 city caps left in the deck. I mean, out of 28 tiles, how much is that? It's like 30%, a bit less than that. I mean, it's still, an okay amount, but you do need the same type of tiles to pretty much both spots. And now there's also this attack coming from 07, trying to get the second meeple to the field. And I would actually say that, well, an immediate connection. There's also a third attacking spot for well, for either player. Well, more so for red, I guess, coming from here, adding a point to the red monastery, maybe with like a triple city, and then placing a farmer and connecting over here. And once you get 3 meeples onto the field, then it starts to really hurt for the player who is going to be chasing that field. Even though currently the field, very surprisingly, is actually like only at 12 points, but still, I mean, this is gonna get finished in all likelihood. This is gonna get finished in all likelihood, and in some cases even this one. So it can still grow pretty sizably, maybe to like 20 plus points, and it's going to of course matter. And I would say that if one or the other player manages to actually outright win the field, they are going to win the game. That's how it seems to me as of right now. A kind of a great tile for oh7, just to continue this city of yellow here and to force more tiles to be used. But decides to go just for the block here, which is also okay, but I wouldn't say it's the priority. Like, because it only had one, it only had one tile to finish it, and it's like not much points. Like it's 3 points, but and that it is also going to be on this field that red currently has in control. So I actually would prioritize this one right here, just because of the sheer number of city caps left in the deck, like now 7, I think. But maybe, just maybe, red was just queuing up for an invasion. Could be so. And also, I mean, this did take away an attacking spot to the field, I guess. Like if there would be, like, let's say a triple city with a road pointing, well, I guess to like I guess upwards with road, then you could get to the field with a curve. So probably something that red would not want to see, even if it were to mean the block of this city. But this was always gonna be sacrificed for yellow anyways. Yellow could have sealed the red field, but make 0-point move with straight road. I'm not sure what you mean. Like, you could have sealed the red field. Like going where exactly? Like, I don't know, here? Here? Like, just you mean just like taking away space from this small field? I mean, it's an option, yeah, but I do see yellow needing meeples for invasions, and this is certainly a way to possibly get a meeple back for yellow without giving a meeple back to red. But I guess as yellow, I would be more in favor of having faith onto the city caps rather than making these momentarily 0 points moves in favor of both monasteries. Well, slightly more in favor of the yellow because this one needs more work to be done. Okay, a monastery discarded by yellow, and another of the daggers drawn by oh7. Now only one remaining in this square, and it's actually very difficult for me to see why exactly did oh7 not go over here, surround his monastery, deny the completion of this city right here with like any city cap with a farmer, but instead it's just judged that it's better to create simply more cities onto this small field right here. Yeah, interesting choice, but maybe red is counting more on the point lead that is his at the moment. Gets a city cap. Could have a use for it over here, trying to complete this monastery right here. Of course, this is gonna be very nice stuff for red if he just keeps drawing like all the city caps. That is certainly one way to win. And he does go for it. Well, finally, yellow draws a city cap, draws the dagger, but now has to think, does he just take these, well, actually 9 points and a meeple back, or does he go over here for 6 points and a farmer? And decides that he's gonna use the dagger where it is meant to be used, seemingly. And for 06, I gotta say that we kind of have to go here and prevent the farmer coming over here with another city cap for yellow. Now there are other attacking possibilities to the field. There is gonna be this one, I guess. There's gonna be maybe here and maybe somewhere else as well. Well, currently actually over here is a wonderful attacking spot, especially for yellow if it gets like a triple city, goes over here, drops a farmer, a fantastic spot. And let's say actually, I mean, 2 extra meeples. Yeah, yellow is just gonna be using the meeples right now to not be left with a meeple surplus in the end. So +2 +4 equal -5 -6 equal +2 for red plus the field. So as a matter of fact, just the field, the big field, is not going to be enough for yellow. But they do have to invest a meeple to get it at some point. Do you now take... Actually, I don't think you take the points over here because it just kind of takes away the attacking spot to the field. Instead, ooh, yeah, I actually kind of do like this. So the idea of this move is to, of course, get to the field with 2 tiles, and the reason this might, actually work is because even though it is blockable from both sides with a city tile, then it can also be connected from both sides with 2 road tiles, for example. So if one side gets blocked, then it doesn't really matter because yellow will also have the other tile. They just have to get a tile to make any sort of progression on that field attack before they get blocked on both sides. And actually, possibly, red might not even bother blocking from either side because they know the same thing, that if they block from the other, they might have just wasted a move because yellow could very well just get a meeple to the field from the other side. So maybe it's best to just rely as red to keep scoring points and just ignore this guy for as long as possible, and let yellow use 2 of his remaining precious tiles to actually make the progress that they have to make. Red still gonna be able to take quick points, 2 points from here, or make this. Okay. So they do seemingly care about the connection, but is that really necessary? I mean, it might be, I guess, after all of these, but how do you not like continue with the block? because like you used a valuable quick point tile to block the other side of the connection, but then you just fully ignore the other side. That makes no sense whatsoever. And wait, you better pray there is not another curve. Oh, there's not. Okay, never mind. But like, it was like totally possible for O4 to still connect to the large field. Like, in what world do you use a valuable quick point tile over here and then not react any by any means on the other side, which is exactly the same? Like it needs exactly the same type of tiles to connect from which you block the first connection from. Like it just makes no sense. There is no logic behind this. Maybe Red didn't see this connection here, but I mean, in the end, it seems that it seems that even if yellow were to get the connection onto the main field, it would not have been enough because again of these two precious tiles that he would have had to use from his last remaining reserves. But even so, this is the greatest point gain that yellow can make. So if you are bothering to use stuff to block the other side, you should be also bothered to also continue that block on the other side and finish the job. So I think that's very sloppy stuff from O7 and something that you can't really afford to do. Like if you have a plan, you gotta go for it like fully. You can't just like half go for it, like half do it, and then be like, oh, this is like surely okay. It's not. It's like it's not. It's just not. Gotta go for the full plan or just don't go for the plan. Especially like at this stage of the game when there are like what 7 tiles. Like you just don't come up with a plan that you will then not make uh, just because you seemingly got some random extended tile that you can take 4 points with. Like that's just not how stuff works. But it is Taiwan in the lead on table 3. And we have an early lead for 04 in the beginning of the second game. And do we see a farmer? We could see a farmer, but we don't see a farmer. Which I mean, I think I would have already gone for it. Like it just seems so natural to take an early field with like 3 potential cities on it. But okay, so he's gonna be, well, more likely forced to share the city with yellow unless red manages to get a divider. Well, now he goes for it. Yeah, but okay. Well, I mean, yeah, there are like 2 sides to starting a field. Like, obviously, it seems like O7 is not willing to start a field from where there are no guaranteed points because there weren't any at that moment. But now with two cities already on it. Now it seemed like worthy enough for oh7 to start the field with. Could be followed by a farmer from oh4 going maybe over here, starting a field of his own, basically equalizing this field of red. And this move should be just that, but it does give out some points, or end up giving some points to oh7. Do we make this, or should we make this? I mean, because it would be kind of nice to like cause the pressure over on oh7, right? Because we would only need to get any triangle or any triple city over here, or any city tile with road over here, and then force oh7 to like to connect to our side of the ruin. Whereas like here, like we make this move here simply because we want to make sure that there is no divider going over here. But that's only 2 tiles though. Then on the other hand, like I have kinda, some months ago, I have taken a stance myself as well that like yeah, there are only 2 tiles, but like if we think pessimistically, then my opponent is gonna get the divider anyway on this on the very next move, and then I'm gonna look like a fool. So I mean, at the end, it's still just a plus 2 point move with the connection that oh4 made. So I mean, this is just like a safer way to play out the situation. And also with these monasteries, I guess it's like not that bad at all. Well, actually, just not bad at all for oh4 to just play safe, because these monasteries are very difficult to block at all. And there's even another monastery spot, so a shared large ruin is gonna be a decent option instead of taking the slight risk of expanding the ruin uncontrollably. oh7 hitting the field with the next meeple, and maybe yellow will follow that, or maybe goes over here. But then, I mean, there are still 4 monasteries remaining in the deck. Yeah, does go for the route, and it does indeed get the monastery immediately, so cashes in on that, but as a result might just be getting his city blocked. And they do. Okay, now anything but this would be a mistake, a terrible mistake for oh7. And I'm sure that they are only thinking about the rotation, and I think this is the correct rotation, because it makes growing this ruin more difficult, because the only part of the ruin that can be added points to is now already restricted. Whereas if you point down, then you are really like not going to be able as red to restrict that potential of ruin growth anymore, because you will never place a tile over here, because it just adds a point to the monastery of yellow. So it wouldn't really work in that sense. Another triple city for oh7. Not great places to use it too. I mean, I guess could go here just to make it a bit more annoying for yellow to continue their monastery. probably, I want to say that yellow is going to go over here or over here. But then it's like very annoying situation to deal with because you don't really want to take this road because it's very vulnerable from this side, right? But then what if your opponent gets like any sort of road tile? Then they can get an easy 8-point road with an easy curve and then just what like easy 10 points or so for the road. For the road that which you have almost entirely made yourself, like with this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you don't really want to allow that. But do you now take it? Because now it's like now it's already 9 points. Now you have to take it. Now you have to take the road. Plus I mean I guess you could go here, wait for a crossroad. But again, it's like the same thing because like you really want to take this road because it only requires one tile. Wow. That is uh, I don't think I'll I like it. I mean maybe I do, okay. Because I mean it is a shielded tile, it takes away the city cap. Now it does also like kind of block this road towards a tile which you would want to get there anyway, which is the crossroad, so you wouldn't have to mess with this. But by doing this, you of course endanger your monastery to a full block from not only from here but also from here, which just so happens to be the case that happens anyways. But sure, I mean it's always kind of ugly to use shielded tiles for for like purely defensive moves. 407, a straight road brings no comfort whatsoever. Maybe it could go over here to, at some point, also include this city to the field that he now is in control of. Actually, he's not. It's 2 meeples to 2 meeples. But considering that this meeple is stuck and this meeple is stuck, red is far more likely to be on the receiving end for the field in the long term, which in this case means that he's just simply more likely to be the player with more meeples on it at the end of the game. So it's going to be greatly benefiting red to make further attacking platforms to this field and to expand it as much as possibly as much as he possibly can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this road is actually going to be making the life of red quite annoying actually with the city because there's only one road triangle in the deck, and I guess he's going to be then waiting for a triple city with a road, or could also go at some point, maybe if red feels desperate, he could go for a city cap with the field, drop a farmer, and then have faith on getting one of the all three remaining daggers in the square, finish the city, and get a third farmer onto then 15-point field. Notice that all three of the left-hand side daggers are out of the game at this point. And that means that attacking the field from here is going to be much more difficult than from anywhere else. And also considering the point lead of yellow of 13 points, 20 points, 14 points, 10 points, 8 points, 13 points overall, with actually like equal meeples at the moment, it makes it far more likely that at some point red is gonna actually execute that plan of going here with the city cap with a farm on the right side and then trying to get one of these daggers right here to get into the main field whilst getting like the maximum benefits of finishing the city at the same time and getting another meeple back. And I believe that is going to be pretty much the best course of action that red is gonna try and take at some point. There's also another possibility, maybe gets a monastery and then maybe a third monastery and starts to complete them very swiftly. Or just goes over here, I guess, because now this is a very natural looking move. But then there aren't a whole lot of triangles remaining. There's one, there's two, there's three, there's actually only one singular triangle remaining. And a divider. So two tiles that will instantly complete this city. And I'm not sure if you should be dropping a farmer on that spot whenever that city is completed, if ever. Because you could get blocked immediately, making it just a sacrificial lamb of 3 points for nothing. Other than maybe just, one extra tile used for blocking on like yellow's part. But if you don't do that, then there's a big chance that that yellow just goes here by themselves and drops a farmer, and then you have to somehow block that connection afterwards. So neither option is really that great. But the further we go into the game, the further it looks like that is exactly the kind of game plan that red will have to take. Red with a triple city with the road. Guessing just taking 2 points over here. Blocking the potential field attacking option. Actually, no, not as red, because red needs those attacking options. But maybe you can then just going over here. Or attacking from here. Does that work? Oh, I think it does. Wait, there's 1, 2, 3. It's actually unblockable. Wait, that's a great find. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 straight roads still remaining. There is a field crossroad still remaining. And there are, I think, 2 starting tiles remaining. So 7 tiles, and it does get into red's hand immediately. But they will be now playing with only one meeple for the rest of the game. Well, or at least for a while, unless they get a Dorito or the divider. But now that they have the field, let's check the scores. So still minus 11, that's basically the field. So plus 1 for red, and then equal 4-4, so it's still +5 for yellow, and they have an extra meeple. So finishing this city right here for red is still going to be, well, almost a must actually. And now there is also the chance for yellow to get a meeple in from here to the field, which, I mean, this is the wrong idea to block though, because now you are allowing an easier connection to yellow, sorry, but yellow ignores the connection, even though it looks like it would it was gonna be like actually a really easy connection. Instead, just decides to go for a potential block on the city, and they might actually succeed because again, there are a lot of tiles to actually make the block, like 5 tiles or so, and there is a blocking tile, so should be going over here to finalize the block. Like, gotta go here. When you make the plan, when you start the plan, you also have to fulfill the plan. Just don't use that much extra time to now start thinking about different like stuff. You started the plan, now fulfill the plan. You have no need to risk stuff. You are still in the lead by like 3 points, and you have the extra meeple, and without the completion of this, red has basically no chances in this game anymore. Yep, there it is. And just in time. This is why you don't this is why you don't take your sweet time and start changing any plans. Okay, well, I mean, I guess the divider did bring a few points, but still the extra meeple for yellow, and still the possibility to attack the field from here. But actually the attacking tiles might be in shortage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, there's one regular curve, and there might also be a dagger, and there is a dagger. One, two, three, but no crossroads whatsoever. So actually only one connection tile if you go here with the curve. Oh, but there's a better attacking tile. There is a monastery to fit into this square, which would then allow the connection with actually the same with both the curvy tiles, with the regular curve, and also with the dagger, and also with like a straight road, which I think there are actually 2 of those remaining. So I think from yellow's perspective, would be a good idea. I mean, actually, to also maybe try and get in from here through a ninja, because again, both of the curves work for yellow in that sense. But I mean, you are ahead in points. Actually, no, you're not. You are minus like 2 or something. So actually, as yellow, you don't need to attack the field. Like you could just chill and like take a 6-point field or something, right? Like you could totally do that. You could just go here, take a 6-point field, and be good with it. And then see if after that, maybe then you get an attacking tile to the field. Take another 6-point field at least. Oh, what is this? Oh, they were trying to. Oh, okay. So they were trying to still block this city because there was a triple city with the road remaining. But now they go for the attack with one singular connection tile, which is the right-hand side dagger. So the remaining tiles are now a regular monastery, a right-hand side dagger, a triple city with the road. Why am I showing 4 fingers? 3 fingers. Then I think also another straight road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, one straight road. And I think a starting tile. Yeah, that's it. That's it. So, oh, but actually, now that these 4 points were lost to red, now yellow might actually need this connection. Because with the 6-point field, yellow is like at -2 or equal. I don't fuck. I mean it's really close. It is really close. +3 for 04, +9. This is 1, 2, 3, -6, -10, -9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, dead equal? Huh, okay. But then, is it not? Nah, actually, it's not enough. Because yellow is the starting player, so if they are now dead equal, and red manages to block this connection or just get the dagger himself, then somehow yellow needs to get more points. But I mean, I think the 6 points is the only one that he can actually do. And he can't also defend this. Is he getting blocked with any tile? No. No, if red gets the triple city with the road, it doesn't act as a blocking tile. But a straight road will, a dagger will, and even the monastery will. And that's game, I think. I think that's actually just game. Because now red will take this 6-point field, right? And oh, but it doesn't actually guarantee the win just yet. Ah, because there might be like, oh no, wait, does it? No, it does. Because we go here as red, because I think like if my calculations are in order and we are dead equal in points, then this is 100% a winning move. Because yellow can't get 6 points from anywhere, right? Sorry, 7 points, because they're the starting player. Yeah, I don't think it's possible. 3, 9, 1, 2, 3, -6 for yellow, -5, -9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so we are dead equal. So for 07, this is 100% a win. Wait, no. No, it's not. No, it's not, because yellow can get the triple city before his final tile. So actually, yellow can still win with the triple city with the road, because they can get quick points and then like the monastery, right? But they get the wrong tile order, which means that this is going to guarantee a win for red, because now there's actually no way no way for yellow to get 7 points, which is what he needs. Yeah, it's gonna be a draw, and it's gonna be and 07 is going to win by a draw, because that's another point. That's 6 points, 6 points. So basically, what this meant was 04 had a 33% chance to win. At the time that we saw the tile in 07's hand. Yeah, so at the time of this at the time of this dagger, 04, so yellow had a 33% chance to win, because they needed to draw first this triple city with a road, and then get either one of these tiles for 4 points here or 5 points here, and that would have been a win for yellow, but also loses on time. And that's going to be an 0-2 win actually for Taiwan. So a rating upset. First match point also, of course, for Taiwan. Then let's have a bit of an update on the other tables. If there is an update. How about if yellow meepled the last starting tile, hoping for CCCR also? Actually, that is not a bad idea. Wait, that might actually bring him more chances, because then he doesn't have to care like when exactly that triple city comes. Yeah, then you might be onto something here. Yeah, you might indeed be onto something here, Helge. Uh, from the top of my head, I can't say exactly if it would actually give better chances, given that then I guess red would be trying to block the connection, but I might just you know I might just recreate this game later and see if that would have made any difference. But that's a very good note. Okay, unfortunately we don't have mechanical updates on the scores, so we'll have to do some manual checking, which is unfortunate, but it do be what it do be sometimes. Um, so let's start with table 1, where it is at the moment 1 and 1. And since it is 1 and 1, why don't we just quit checking and dive into this decider right here. No, actually, I won't do that. We will dive into this decider, but I will be checking the other scores of the tables. And I will update them for you as soon as possible. So actually on table 4, we have a 2-0 victory in favor of Arthia. And that's a point for Japan, of course. Then we have on table 2 with Guru Guru. We have also a decider going on. And then on table 5 with Shoot versus Thunder Knight, we have a 2-0 win for Japan. So 2 deciders, both of which Taiwan has to win in order to advance to the finals. So that's excitement, certainly, for the Taiwanese fans. So let's have a little focus on the game number 1, or the table number 1, where it's not looking particularly great for the Taiwanese. At 31 to 14 point disadvantage, we have a monasteries for both players. We have a strong presence on the field for Echitakuta traps, and we have a lot of 1 or 2 point meeples for red. And I mean, isn't really suffering from meeple from the lack of meeples, because they can recover them. They can recover many meeples quite easily, but certainly would like to see those meeples back in their hand as soon as possible. Especially, I think this one. But decides to also take even the third city, which I mean, I guess it's okay, because red can use road tiles here, and now any city tiles here and here and here, so it doesn't really matter that Imlay doesn't have meeples in his hand at the moment. Do you take this or do you take this? And I think the answer is not that, because of the dagger asymmetry. So two of the daggers, two of the left-hand sided daggers are gone. So let's say, actually, I think the worst would be a triple city with a field over. It comes over here from traps, and then only one dagger remains into this square, and it also significantly makes it more difficult for Imlay to get a meeple back from this road. But I can also, understand this, because actually a lot of the city caps with the road were gone already. Like only one starting tile was remaining. Then after this, only one dagger, and also only one city crossroad. This is I don't know what this is. It's very weird move. I Wow. I don't think I can explain that. Uh, I Yeah, I just don't see I just don't see this going like so well for black in continuation that it would be worth to just give out 2 points for red. It's weird. It's weird. I mean, I guess as the idea is that maybe a road monastery goes over here, even maybe for red, but then it would be continuing the field for black in this case because they are the player with more meeple power on the field, and therefore the field expansion would be great. But I don't know. I for the monastery, I don't think it like made blocking the monastery particularly like any more easier than it already was. So in that sense, I would not recommend this move ever. And like I said, I do find it to be really, really weird. So, do we go here or do we go here and make a monastery spot? So we do go for the monastery spot. Now the issue is, of course, here that if the monastery comes as it comes, there is always a risk for red to find a attacking tile and to place another meeple onto this city and to finish that city almost immediately after. Now, it is of course, I mean, just great stuff to be able to complete your monastery with another monastery, and it is a nice chunk of points, but does it come with too much risk? Actually, no, I don't think it does because of the very low number of city caps with road on the left side that were remaining in the deck, which was like two, only a dagger and a starting tile. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Only one Dorito left in the deck with 26 tiles remaining. That's quite miserable, which means that I don't think Imli is gonna try stuff like this. But he will try to attack. Okay. I mean, again, he is losing in points by a lot. And by 30 points, and this field belongs to black with a 3-1 majority, and it is 18 points, and it has a free city cap, and there's the monastery. So if there is ever a time to risk, then it is definitely now, and the risk is exactly what red is going for. So now trying to get a triple city here, a city cap over here, and the last remaining triangle over here. Or maybe even just two triple cities and two city caps. I mean, anything goes at this point. Just because Imle is so far behind. Now, maybe just two points from here. Or would you, as Takuto, would you go over here, maybe expand the city, potentially bring more spots for attack, maybe cover up this square like with certainty, maybe try to get a city plus road tile, and go for a second meeple yourself here. I don't know. I mean, he is taking a long time. Could also be, I guess, judging for something like this. No, that's bad. Yeah, I think what he'll end up doing is just, calmly taking 2 points and accepting his quick point tile that he has in hand. After all, that is usually the most intuitive move that comes into mind when you get a road end is, can I take immediate points from somewhere? Six minutes in the clock of Echitakuto. And doesn't seem to be sure at all what to do. Wow. That was not in my radar. That is weird, for sure. With only one triangle remaining in the deck, it feels like it's a difficult job to actually finish this city. One, two, three, four, five, six. Imli also not taking the 5 points for the road, just because I guess it would be leaving a city cap for on the field of black. It also potentially would be creating issues with the with the city right here, maybe providing an attacking spot. But again, red is so far behind that does it really matter that he takes the risk? And also, how long is red willing to actually wait for the triple city before he is able to go here with the city cap? And the answer is doesn't need to wait for it any longer, but no daggers, only one starting tile, no city crossroads. There is now only one singular city cap to fit into this square right here, which means that in all likelihood this city cannot be completed before now. Now it can be if red gets any sort of city cap, but it is not a city cap. It is actually, oh, it's the final, it's the final Dorito that they wanted to use here. And because there are no dividers, if Imlay doesn't use it here, he's gonna have to use a triple city there, and that means that he's gonna have to find two city caps. But if he doesn't go over here, the square can so easily get blocked immediately. Yeah, it's a very bad situation to be at. But wow, I was about to say that I think red should have just taken the chance of going over here, relying that black gets like a straight road and can't block, and then gets to actually finish the city. But I mean, it looks like Red is going to be trying to get some sort of other way out of this mess, but I don't think there actually is one, because Takuto is just now making sure that there's nothing to fit here and here with like two tiles, and that is indeed the case. Well, he does get the starting tile, but now this right here is going to need a triple city and a city cap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. There is one city cap remaining. One and one only. And this is exactly the move that I expected Traps to make. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because there are still multiple triple cities remaining. And unless Imli gets a triple city right here, right now, his dreams of finishing this city could very well be over. And he does not. He indeed does not get a triple city. Probably, I want to say, has to take this field right now. Because, like, what else are you gonna do? 1, 2, 3, 4. So there is a vanilla city cap to go over here. And that is the only remaining city cap. Emily now needs to dodge black getting any sort of city tile. With the exception, I guess, of an extender. No, actually, extender is also bad. Because extender also blocks this one. So any city tile for Traps wins him the game on the spot. But it is not a city tile. It is pretty much the worst tile in the deck that Traps could have gotten. One that he can do nothing with. But Imli also still not getting the city tile he needs, and now we are running so short on the tiles that could even help red when they come into black's hand, and that is not one of those tiles that helps any longer, and the game is lost when Drops make sure that the city can never be completed. Also, for a good taste, draws even the remaining triple city just to make sure that no extra points are taken. Imle with an extender, just taking a ruin here. Crossroad for Traps, and Traps is even going to get the vanilla over here to finish the city, get some extra points. 2, 3, 6 to be exact. And Japan will indeed win this match with the score of at least 3-2. And Japan will be in the Asian Cup 2025 finals. Not particularly surprising, given that Japan is now a 5-time World Championship team out of 6 seasons. But for Japan, it is certainly going to be a relief that they are going to be able to upkeep their almost spotless reputation in international team tournaments. So traps 1, traps 2, imlisatzeng 1, 3-1, and then we'll check also if the table number 3 has finished. And it has, with Guru Guru winning. So that's going to be a 4-1 win for Japan. Pretty sizable one. But we did have 2 deciders going on as the 2 final tables, which did momentarily still make things a bit more interesting. Now Taiwan will be, well, not quite out yet, of course. They will still have the bronze medal game to play, and they will have the chance to defend their bronze medals from last year. For Japan, things are of course a little different, getting to the finals and now going to be waiting for their opponent from the match Thailand versus Hong Kong, with Hong Kong going to be doing their utmost everything to defend their championship title, and Thailand going to also, I guess, do their utmost everything, because last year they won silver, and this time anything else but getting to the finals is going to be a worse performance than last year, and that is never what you want to see. Now, speaking of Thailand to Hong Kong, we already have the match in play, and we are going to be changing the scoreboard. Very much like so. And we will be focusing on table number 5 with idinidad and easttung. So we'll get that rolling for you. And actually already the first game is over, just finished with easttung winning and now leading 1-0. So quickly before we get to the commentary, we'll take a little appreciation moment for the players and tell you the lineups. So on table 1 we have Urikichai Chalongkul from Thailand, also known with the screen name Pakshay, going up against Ernie 012. Table 2, the other powerhouse of Thailand, Gun 007. That's Chanakan Aklaikav versus Eugene Tse from Hong Kong, the actually both national champions of their respective countries. Actually, I believe both from 2024. Then on table 3, the captain of Thailand, LZ Dechi, versus the captain of Hong Kong, Hilik Lung. And then on table 4, Chawin 053 versus Carmen Tang with the screen name CT. And then finally on table 5, as you can now see, the table we are watching, idinidad versus Tong Choi. So that's going to be the lineups, and we seemingly had already the first round pretty much over. We'll update the scores after we've seen the second game here. Should be a pretty tight match, but who knows? Maybe we'll see 5-0s, maybe we won't. Hoping not to. 6-3 on the early scoreboard. We have blue with a chance of potentially going over here, finishing the road of red and attacking the city, which honestly I think is what should be done. I mean, just bite the bullet, right? Because like it's better to give out a 3-point road than a 10-point city, right? Surely. So yeah, I don't like that. Not liking that. Because like sure you can leave this untouched, but like what's your end goal here? Like these are all going to be finished if you don't do anything about them. Like you can pretty much bet that they will be finished. Instead, blue simply starting cities of his own and potentially could be going for a field here. Could also go for a road, but maybe a field here. Nope, no field people yet. Salvation. And now with only one dagger, with only one right-hand sided dagger remaining, now there would be a juicy blocking opportunity on eastung's cities, worthy to risk a shielded tile? Maybe. But you would also really like to take the field as well. So like maybe going over here, like maybe this way, taking the field. Because like donating shielded tiles to your opponent is like such a disastrous thing to always consider. Yeah, this one I don't like that, man. I mean, it it adds to your city with the shielded tile, potentially worth 4 points, well 3 points. But now, where is the farmer? Where is the farmer? Imagine imagine this city getting finished with blue's farmer, and oh boy, oh, I think a actually big misplays from both players here. But what I was saying is that it's not as wise to take off the heat from the square, because even though you are in a losing mini battle, then what ends up happening now for blue is that his city is still restricted, but the but this monastery is going to be really easy to complete, and it's not guaranteed to be actually like saved from these mini battles of city versus monastery. However, now that mini battle doesn't really bother that much because of these two blocked meeples on easttung, and there's also a nice juicy 9-point field for blue. Uh, for this one, I don't think if it was better to go onto the city or onto the field. I think I would have taken the field, even though it would have encouraged my opponent to get a 4-point city with potentially blocking this one pointer over here. But hindsight is what it is. And now at the moment blue looking to be in A really good situation, actually. Well, maybe. +1 for red, +2, 3, 4, 12, 3, 2. Yeah, maybe a bit of an oversight on my part. Maybe I would be preferring blue here, just because of the blocked meeples. But if this gets blocked, which it doesn't, then I would be preferring red for sure. Do not meeple anything here. Now the question is, you would want to go maybe here, maybe you would want to go over here, maybe over here. So many spots. And as blue, what do you do here? Maybe just add some city caps to your field? Or that. That's also fine. So, Tung gets his monastery back. Doesn't meeple the road, which is maybe a bit of an oversight. I mean, it's still a 4-point road for whoever. And it is pretty much the only road that is available up for the taking. Well, actually not the only one. Immediate connection for Tung, as well as actually for idinidad. But oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, is the tile great for easttung as he manages to grab the best tile in the history of the game, with the best timing as well. And now is threatening to grab 1,000,000,000 points with one tile, and well, not just yet, but he's gonna get 4 points from the road that he himself left. Maybe. I was about to say that maybe pointing to the left would be slightly better, because then it does not offer a potential options for like multiple curves to finish the road with. But there's also no triple city or a triangle for red, so there might be salvation time yet still for blue. High pressure on the word might, because this is not a much of a useful tile for blue in terms of limiting the dangers of the city. Could do with maybe a 7-point monastery. Could do with maybe a road. Well, easttung gets the connection. And there is no connection tile for blue. Is this... Whoa. Whoa. That was fast. Should be going here. Yeah, that's great. I was about to say maybe for blue I would definitely go for this one, because there were no city crossroads. There was only one starting tile, I think, and maybe not even daggers. There's one dagger gone, 2 daggers gone. Well, 1 dagger. So would have limited it to 2 tiles, as opposed to at least 1. And that is indeed the quadrillion points for easttung that he was looking for. Does lose his He's starting player advantage when idinidad discards the quad city and has 3 meeples stuck to 4 points. But there's only 13 tiles remaining. And these fields do not look like they are going to be enough for blue to overcome over a 30-point difference on the scoreboard with only 1 extra meeple. It just looks like an impossible task. Starts with a 6-pointer, and he's then responding assumably with 3 points of his own. Let's quickly make sense of the situation. So plus 33 for easttung, plus 37 with all the blocked meeples, 35, 26. 6 and 6, 17 plus 20 points for easttung, and that is, well, should be way more than blue is going to be able to manufacture here. 20 points with equal meeples, well, 20 points extra, should I say, is just an enormous task. And red could actually do just almost whatever he wants. This, of course, is the most natural move and most likely the best move. Just taking 4, well, actually momentarily 7 points at least. Could be 7 points up until like all the way until the rest of the game. But at least momentarily, 7 points before blue connects, if ever. For blue, I guess just a 5-point road should be the move for this one. But I don't really like that because, like, what are you gonna do exactly with that extra meeple? Like, you can maybe get a straight road and then get a 5-point move, but like, what's the point when there are 7 tiles remaining? Well, plus 2 with the tiles that the players have in hand. So like, it doesn't really make sense to worry about your meeples getting back into your hand. And now he takes the 5-point road, and for easttung, a connection on the 9-point field is about to follow. Or not. Easttung, for some reason, also thinking about that road and the potential people coming back to blue's hand from it. But like, again, we are like past that stage where easttung needs to care. Like, he just needs to care about getting points himself. Like, just just go here, right, and connect to the 9-point field. Like, there is like nothing bad about it. Even if blue then connects over here, it doesn't matter. It just takes away 3 points from blue eventually. But this is okay. Given that there apparently was at least 1 city cap still remaining. So took away a scoring opportunity, but it can always be used over here. Or I guess also over here to maybe block. That is an option. But there are also 2 monasteries remaining. So something is going to go over here, most likely, right? Which means that blocking this doesn't really even matter, because I guess if a monastery goes over here, then you would want, as blue, to get another monastery here. Okay, so just an invasion to the field. The monastery does apply, and the second one is gonna also apply for blue. So everything gets connected. And that is going to actually favor red, because before the monasteries, red scored 3 plus 1, so 12, and blue was scoring 3 plus 6. Sorry, not 9 plus 6, so 15. So overall, a plus 3-point net gain for red, plus, a better monastery spot of 2 extra points. And for blue, simply 2 extra points coming from here, here, here with a field doesn't matter. Easttung is going to take this away with that 2-0. And it's going to take the first match point for Hong Kong. Certainly can be happy about his performance today. Next up, I guess, will be... I'm not sure to which table we are going to be diving into. We could take a look at the captain's match of on table 3. But of course, we will update the scores first. Okay, let's... What the... Hillick. It is 1-0 so far in favor of Thailand on table 3. And we arrived just in time to check the final scores of the game 2. With blue leading by 4 points. We have a big ruin for red. Couple monasteries, well, 3 monasteries actually for blue, plus the fields. Yeah, this looks like a win for blue. With a quick look, actually it is not a shared field, it is a red field of 15 points. Well, let me hold that thought for a second. Plus to 71. Oh, it's also a shared field over here. Yeah, never mind. It's gonna be a 2-0 on this board as well, but this time in Thai players' favor. So equalizing on the match scoreboard with the captain's win. Next up, let's take a look at Eugene on table 2. Who is also done with the game. Well, momentarily. Is 1-0 here, and it's 1-1. So a decider on table 2 is going to be ensuing. And then on table 1, we have a 1-0 for now for Pakshe. No timeouts. And finally for Chawin, let's check him as well. We have a 1-0 lead for the Thai player. Actually, when we are here, let's check that as well. No timeouts. So 1-0 lead. So that's about the right scores. Currently, Taiwan is currently Thailand is in a better position. Hilk saying, I'm too confident that I will draw one of the two daggers, so I farm it too early. Well, things be like that sometimes. Still, I mean, Hong Kong is not in a bad spot. In a sense that they still do have very much a chance to win the match. So let's take a look at the decider on table 2 between Gun and Eugene. Also, welcome to welcome to the chat. Eugene getting an early lead, 13-2, with several features for Chanakan, starting with a loop road. And there's really nothing to do here for Eugene with his own curve. Maybe over here taking a loop of his own, or maybe going over here for like blocking purposes. Yeah, this is fine. This is okay. Shanakan going with a +1 point on the monastery. Nothing else much to do. Also now has available road ends to his at his disposal, and also at the same time surrounding the monastery. Starting a city next to blues, and most likely continuing that, right? Yep, that looks like the most natural choice. Is this good? I guess it is, yeah. I mean, just it is 3 points. I was initially looking like should we go here, but then I mean it is only 3 points. It's very unlikely that like this city will like ever actually be completed or like even like continued all that much. And like again, only +2 points. We can make that with a road triangle anyways later on if we really want to. Or maybe there are even some cases where all triple cities with a road are going to be going out, and then maybe this guy is going to be swooping in on the left, and then we get a connection tile. We direct this upwards, and maybe we block this. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen, but it might. So it just might. Attacks on the city, I suppose, and more monastery spots next to the previous one. Should be, I think, the priority. Could also go maybe over here. Drop a farmer, maybe, but also maybe just for blocking purposes. without a meeple. But honestly, I wouldn't bother. I just go over here, which is not what Janakan decides to do. And I mean, I guess it works. Could actually go, maybe over here as Eugene. Like pre-make a road for himself and maybe also meeple the field. Because there could be actually a big chance that there's going to be a tube divider going over here, making two more cities onto the field. And you really wouldn't want to see red placing a farmer there. So why don't we meeple the farm ourselves or do this? But I mean, this road is kind of hard to block, right? Because there are still four crossroads and a big bunch of curvy tiles. But I think we could have done something better. I think we could have done better. Monastery for Eugene, and I want to say just 2 point, well, basically 1 point from here for red. I guess they could also go for this one, but then they would be endangering their own monastery spot. Plus, of course, this one, which would be the main point of the move. So, shell tile for a gun. Using it, using it to actually just I I gotta say it's at least not like a mistake, but an inaccuracy at least. Because like it is a shielded tile. There's only one triple city with the road remaining, as opposed to 5 road Doritos. And like this is only a 2 point, like 2 points more than this 1 point ruin pot. So it's not like even worth it that much to use the triple city here anyways, because you can always take like 2 points with it from anywhere, most likely. And now actually Eugene realizing a very fine tactic of giving himself a triple city with the road spot, a wonderful such of that, with expanding this side of the ruin and taking 2 points at the same time. So preparing a 4 point move, and also of course is going to try and progress the monastery further. Gun would have a chance to. Do you ever like go here and place some people on the right? Like it can backfire if it gets, let's say, directed over onto the left, or maybe Eugene gets a extender right away. But otherwise, it does kind of have like good prospects, right? Because there are still 3 cows. Yeah, and Janakan does go for it. Although I'm not sure it is necessarily the best move. because what might end up happening is Gun might just be creating more cities onto the field of Eugene. I'll probably just bail out already and leave this with 2-point advantage for red, I guess. I mean, if you don't do that, then I mean, I guess I have to applaud you for like having the stomach to do so. But as long as this 1-point guy is like hanging by a thread here, it's always going to be more of a burden than an asset, right? So the block does happen. Eugene also takes points, and Gun gets to make use of his monastery spot that he laid down for himself a while back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know about this one. I mean, there are only 3 rodents. I mean, I get that. I mean, but it does come with 6 points though on the field though, so that is definitely something that you would want to do. But now you might end up having you might end up being in a situation where you need a road end, maybe a crossroad over here if it gets blocked to it. Like it's not a great spot to be at. Plus also one of the road ends that you need is this triple city with the road. Well, like you don't really like need it, and you don't really like need it, but it would be great for you to have because it's just extra points and it is a tile that would benefit your opponent as well. So basically, the triple city with the road is just more like a defensive point gathering rather than just point gathering. Quad City hit into the city of Janakan, and he continues that said city. Also, there was a field getting taken by red for 6 points, and is this a full block? It is a full block. Yeah, it is a full block of the meeple. So a meeple that wasn't really necessary ended up not working in the slightest. Ended up getting blocked into simply 2 points, which is really bad. But 21 points ahead on the scoreboard though. 23, 25, 19, 14, 6, 3, -5, -4, +1, plus 13 points for Eugene at the moment. So the situation is pretty good with 1 extra meeple as well. One, two, three, four, five. Ooh, nice spotting from Eugene. So this is not just to force Gun to find like more particular tiles to continue the city. No, this is actually just a full block of of this city. Well, almost. Um, there's only one tile that goes here, and it is a triangle, which is actually like really terrible um, for red because it means that there will also have to be then a city cap over here to even try and finish the city in the slightest. Eugene takes the 6-point field on the other side as well. Has the chance to increase that to a 9-pointer or to maybe even a 12-pointer with both tiles, and is going to be jumping into even further into the lead. Not much to be done for Janakan other than taking out a meeple from the monastery. But I don't even know what needs to happen for Janakan to actually have a decent chance of getting back into this game, because he is so far behind. What did I say? Like 13 points. So 9, 15, 13. So still 13 points behind. Does have the extra meeple, 12 points behind. Does have the extra meeple, but how does he actually use that? I'm not sure. I guess you could try and attack this field of 12 points from here. Then it gets a couple of the road ends for extra points. Then maybe that's just it. Maybe he doesn't just need even anything else. Because 5 points from here, 3 points from here, maybe a couple extra points from the triple city with the road. Attack this city, attack this field, excuse me. Get 12 points that way. I mean, he does have chances, but red does need to get the road ends in order to actually get anywhere in this game, because so far it's looking bad. I mean, I guess he could also win by time if wait, no, I mean, I guess he could also lose by time. 4 minutes in the clock of the time. And I reckon what Shanakan is at the moment trying to figure out is what are the tiles exactly that are left in the deck, and what's his winning strategy here. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 2 crossroads, 1 with city cap, 1 with field. Then there is a triple city with a road. There is a field Dorito to go over here. The fact that Eugene gets the 5-point road doesn't really help the chances of gun. I guess he gets a consolation prize of 3 points, but that is just it. That is a consolation prize. Does create a potential attacking route to the 12-point field though. Just a bit of a different one than he used to have. So do we now try and use it? What would our connection tiles be? There's one regular monastery, but like this can actually be blocked so easily. So I guess it's not even worth it to try. Eugene tries to block also the connection from the above, but so there's one tile to fit into this square still, and again it is the field Dorito, so field Dorito being a pretty crucial tile, at least one of the crucial tiles. The other one is going to be the triple city with the road, just because it is a quick point tile and there aren't a whole lot of those in the deck, I would say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Eugene gets 4 additional points. Oh, Gunn also went for the attack on the field, which I can understand, but unfortunately for him, it's not going to work out. He will be getting blocked, and also doesn't have anywhere to get meeples back from anymore. Well, maybe this, if we want to be like really pessimistic, like triple city with a road, some city tile, monastery. I don't know, some 3 tiles just to get the meeple back. But this block here will be for sure. Oh, guaranteeing a 100% win for Eugene, but I mean this might do it as well. But I think this is just a little bit more like accurate and safer. So for gun, yeah, just adding a point here, it looks fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can go for a block right here for Eugene. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there are still several straight roads, so a block is indeed still needed. So a full block from this, and that's game. Gun doesn't have now really absolutely anything to do. Is going to merely a discard tiles really at this point. Maybe find himself the field Dorito, and that is the only tile that he can get that he can actually get points with. Well, okay, besides the triple city with the road, but they are not going to be nowhere. They are going to be nowhere near enough to give enough points for him that they would make any sort of difference. So a field Dorito, a triple city with a road, and then another straight road remaining. I don't know, something. Triple city with a road and field Dorito. Yeah. So just going over here. Oh, and Gun even gets actually gets the Dorito, but doesn't get a chance to use it anymore. This was a fine found by Eugene. Not only is it just just the most intuitive move because it has city caps, but the city caps actually meant nothing on their own because there were not other city cap tiles remaining in the deck. The pure reason for this move was to get a blocking platform going onto this square right here, and it actually paid off perfectly because Jonathan got actually the only tile that he was not able to defend, which was the extender. Had he gotten the field Dorito or the road Dorito, he would have been able to defend the square still. But that is going to be a Hong Kong win on table number 2, which is going to be a second point for Hong Kong, which is going to keep them alive for now. And now both tables 1 and 4 still remaining, still looking for a resolution. So let's take in the table number 4, which has, I guess, finished with Chawin winning 0-2. And that's of course a draw situation on the match scoreboard of 2-2, and then we have only the table 1 remaining with Pakshay versus Ernie 012, and we have oh yeah, we have just Pakshay winning 0-2 straight up. Well, that is plain and simple. That means that Thailand is defending their, well, first of all, they are defending their finals spot from last year, but also they are going to be they are going to be allowed the chance now to perform better than they performed last year. So at least they can't go down. So last year ended up getting silver, and this year it's gonna be a tough match for sure, given that Thailand's opponent in the finals is going to be Japan. But when you are, getting a glimpse of that juicy gold medal and the championship title, then maybe it'll also give the encouragement needed for Thailand to defeat the absolute beasts of Japan. For Hong Kong, they are still, much like Taiwan, of course, not out of the competition yet. They are going to be fighting for the bronze medals, which not as shiny as Hong Kong was able to get last year, being the defending champions, but a medal spot would still be certainly a would still be something to be proud of for sure. And given that Taiwan is going to be the opponent for Hong Kong in the bronze medal game, I would actually say that Hong Kong has decent chances. I would actually even say that Hong Kong has an average skill gap of their players better than Taiwan has, so might have a slight edge on the bronze medal match. So congratulations to today's winners, Japan and Thailand, for making your way to the finals. And best of luck for Hong Kong and Taiwan for the bronze medal match next week. Now, that's going to be all for the Asian Cup this week, but we will still be having quite a lot to stream, several hours, but not on this stream. Later today at 1600 UTC or 1900 UTC plus 3, we have the US National Carcassonne Championship 2025 finals starting. So yesterday they had the qualifier rounds, the qualifier Swiss rounds, and the 8 best players from that tournament are now going to be playing in the finals. So we will be streaming that. Well, we'll start the stream 5 minutes before the beginning of the finals starting time. So at 15:55 UTC. And of course, as stakes in USCC is gonna be the World Championship spot in Herne, Germany this year. That's gonna be it for this stream. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for sticking all the way until the end. And if you do enjoy this type of Carcassonne content and would like to see more of it, then there is an easy way to support the channel by subscribing or by simply liking the stream. I'll be seeing you very, very soon with some more Carcassonne content in the form of USCC 2025. Bye for now.